For 60 years, Chesapeake Bay Maritime Museum has been caring for collections and preserving stories of the region's cultural heritage. 90,000 artworks, tools, watercraft, historic photographs, documents, and even structures like the Hooper Strait Lighthouse. This lighthouse, saved from demolition in the nick of time, has been preserved on our grounds since 1966. Historic wooden structures need special care. So do other collections, like the historic photographs of former lighthouse assistant keeper Harold Messick, who began working at Hooper Strait in 1939. We preserve these photographs in archival enclosures and store them in climate-controlled rooms in CBMM's Plummer Center for Museum Collections, digitizing them for preservation and public access. Artifacts from marine carvings to ship models receive similar care. We collect supporting stories and record them in an oral history archive that is shared on our online collections portal. We ensure that these collections are interpreted for 80,000 guests every year and preserved for future generations.
My name is Scott Messick. I'm here at the Maritime Museum to visit where my grandfather used to work. We came down here today with a whole crew. My mom, most of my brothers, all of my sons, grandson, a lot of daughter-in-laws. We like to make a family outing often, and it's good to have really 4 generations of us in one place. I'm excited about the Maritime Museum and its continuation here because it gives me a tie for my family, and I know it'll be here for a long, long time, and I get to pass these stories on to my grandson, and he'll pass it on to his children, and it'll keep right on living. And it's a good way to keep Harold Messick, God bless him, part of our ongoing life.
I remember the first time seeing the picture of my family in the lighthouse, my grandfather and his father and mother and sister, and I think it was the first time I saw that photo. Just seeing my granddad so happy with his family was a really moving experience. Walking around this place, it's a connection to history, not just the 60 years here, but a way of life that's starting to disappear. It's a way of keeping that alive. So it's good to see in this place it still matters, that people can still see how things once were.
The life of a lighthouse keeper was lonely and terrifyingly exciting and boring at the same time. But Dad would seemed to be a different story every time. There were things we learned even as recently as the last 6 months that we really didn't know before. And it's kind of fun. Sad because I don't get to get those stories anymore, but we're going to keep sharing them. Thank you, CBMM, for 60 years, and here's to many more.